Hello, I'm Deborah Sword. In this episode, let's look at a fairly modern conflict. At the start of my conflict management career, the internet was a friendlier place. Now, outrage demands for a person's cancellation are fast and easy online. I admit there are some people I'd rather not hear from or hear about, but they might be people you love and admire. So, how do you and I have a courteous conversation when I strongly dislike an idea or opinion that you appreciate and admire? You love it, I don't, and I prefer to not fight with you. We could avoid the topic, we could avoid each other. Instead, I offer three conflict competent questions I ask myself when I'm triggered to react to someone who is offending me. Question one: if you knew everything I've done or said, would you think I've been perfect my whole life, or that I'd made mistakes that you would call me out for? Even historical figures haven't been only great people. Should I stop using a telephone because Alexander Graham Bell, who patented the telephone, might have stolen the idea? And he didn't always agree that deaf people have agency. This question gets me in touch with forgiveness. Can I cut myself some slack because I have done some things that I would be called out for? If I can forgive myself, I can be more forgiving. Question two: is there a better way to talk to you about your beliefs, opinions, or ideas other than calling you out? This question comes from a course I took from Dr. Loretta Ross, who wrote a book, Calling In to Change Those You Disagree With. Dr. Ross asked me to consider if it's possible you've been through experiences that make you think differently than I do about how the world should be, and that you have your reasons. This question gets me in touch with kindness. If I can approach you feeling kinder because you've had experiences I know nothing about, then we have a basis for a conversation. I can cut you some slack. Question three: how likely are you to happily listen to me after I tell you you're wrong and insult you? Not too likely. Dr. Ross, like many others, believes that calling out doesn't work. It's ineffective. And if trying to silence you doesn't get you to reconsider your opinion, I'm getting worked up for no good purpose. This question gets me in touch with curiosity. What is the reason you believe what you do? And if I approach you with that curiosity, I will learn something about the basis for your opinions, and I become more understanding. Dr. Ross explains how calling in is more effective than calling out. Calling in builds on what's good in you instead of what I think you're doing wrong. If I approach you with the openness that you have goodness, and I come with forgiveness, kindness, and curiosity, it's the basis of our conversation. Dr. Ross suggests a continuum of strategies. One, calling out publicly names, blames, and shames people, which can cause them to dig into their position even harder. Canceling is intended to make someone suffer, to lose their job, their platform, or take a hit to their reputation. Three, calling in uses love and respect to ask them to take accountability for what they've said or done. Four, calling on asks people to do better on their own. You're not spending your time monitoring anybody. Five, calling it off. Block the liars, the trolls, the misinformers, disinformers, and gaslighters. Disconnect from them. To model the behavior you want to see in the world, start with your own integrity. Ask for and give accountability, showcasing your intelligence and your own goodness. Thank you for listening. I hope you subscribe to our podcast, like it, share it, leave comments. Love to get your comments and suggest topics. What would you like to know about conflict competence? Thank you for listening.